So Elliot died in the cryo lab, a single knife wound to the back.
Right.
Paulson died in the engineering core, single gunshot to the head.
Yeah, kind of ironic.
Soma died in robot assembly, same wound as Elliot. Yoshiro died in the captain's quarters, again, same wound.
What about Sally?
Sally? No clue. It's like she just vanished. Yeah, vanished.
Wait a minute. You're acting kinda sus, bro.
Me? Sus? Dude, I'm just as scared as you are.
I mean, your helmet literally says Impostor.
The imposter could be anyone. It could be me. It could be you. It could even be...
Wait. Could it be me?
Sucker. After being born, I choose my name. Get out of my head! And attempt to recreate the psycho streamer as closely as possible. Besides the smile, I think I did an alright job. Not that it matters, as I'll be wearing a helmet for the entire playthrough. For my special stats, I go with 7 strength for extra melee damage and skill, 1 perception as I won't be using any of the skills it boosts, 7 endurance since my armor is limited, 4 charisma as you need at least some riz to convince people you're not the imposter, 7 intelligence for repair and science which are needed for doing tasks, 7 agility for AP, sneak, and small gun skill, and 7 luck for crits. At my birthday party, I spot Butch in the back plotting something devious, see that Officer Gomez is only level 1, ha, noob, and politely give Butch the sweet roll to avoid any hostilities. However, the game does not acknowledge my good deeds.
Dang, I love those sweet rolls old lady Palmer makes.
Oh, you want it? You want the sweet roll, bitch? Well, too bad it's mine. Nom, 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 nom. Curiosity then gets the better of me, and I see what's behind this door. Oh no, not this again. Fun fact, this is the only place in the game where the Lone Wanderer says an actual word.
Ow! Help! Help! Ow! Help! Help! Help!
And I turn into a spaghetti monster again. Great. I then kill the roach with my bare fists, and before you say I failed the run, Among Us has an unarmed kill animation, so fuck you, it counts. For my tag skills, I go with sneak, small guns, and melee weapons for hopefully obvious reasons. When I wake up, Amada says this.
I hope you're joking. Even with that pistol, I don't think you'll win a fight against the whole security force.
And I take that as a personal challenge. Proving that yes, you can beat the entire security force with only the pistol Amada gives you. Side note, if you open this door early, these guards have unique dialogue before they turn hostile.
Just keep your hands where I can see them. Just keep your hands where I can see them.
Exiting my goon cave to touch grass levels me up, where I put points into barter, melee weapons, small guns, and sneak, and use intense training to get my agility to 8. Some lockpicking levels me up again right away, where I increase the same skills and get my intelligence to 8. I then discover one sus box containing a variety of Among Us suits in different colors.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer?
Credits to the mod author though, the attention to detail on the suit is pretty impressive. It only provides 6 damage resistance in total, but does that really matter when I have such immaculate drip? After killing Silver, taking everything of worth from her home, and nabbing a combat knife from the schoolhouse, I go into Megaton to buy some ammo, chems, and stim packs from Moira. I also yoinked Lucas's house key for the strength bobblehead, as I was an idiot and forgot to level explosives. If I want this DLC to go well, I'm gonna need an upgrade in the form of Stab Happy, a unique combat knife with bonus limb damage and higher critical chance. Making my way to the raid shack goes as smoothly as possible. Getting Stab Happy does not. I somehow don't see the room next to the stairs, leading to me frantically searching for the raider holding the knife while getting my ass cheeks toasted like marshmallows. Eventually, I find the knife-wielding psycho, put her down, become the knife-wielding psycho, travel back to Megaton for some trading, and crack open the armory for some spare 10mm. Alright, I think I've done enough prep. Time to head to the spacecraft proper. While I can do some serious damage, I also take serious damage, which can be somewhat alleviated by using VATS. On the way, I come across an old lady's house, politely tuck her into bed with the sharp end of my knife, and find out there's no key to her ammo box, making me wonder how she gets it open during her quest. To any old ladies in the audience, I sincerely apologize. After a bit more sticking with my stickin' knife, I enter the town of Minefield. I get the hell out of Minefield, loot the MDP Del 13 and drink from a sink in a collapsed house that somehow still has working plumbing. I also nabbed the agility bobblehead from an irradiated trash heap, which, fun fact, was my nickname in college, and do a final trading run with Moira. Ah, the cold embrace of outer space. Here I come. After being abducted by a stream of blue Gatorade, I'm anally violated by some little green men, and now have to escape a prison cell before I get turned into a claw machine prize. Since I'd rather not use the unarmed excuse a second time, I try to see if I can pass this section without attacking.
Ring around the rosy, a pocket full of posies, ashes, ashes, we all fall down.
Blocking a few of Soma's attacks causes the aliens to come in and break it up. However, she can't even kill one by herself and dies, leaving me trapped and defenseless. I load back a save to try this part again, only this time I wanted to see if you could talk to the guy who gets snatched. You can't. The guy's a Wastelander who wears a surgeon outfit, and killing him results in, might want to get that checked out, buddy. I turn the difficulty from very hard down to normal, which allows Soma to kill one alien with a sliver of health left while I distract the other one. She then picks up the alien's baton and uses it to clobber the second. It's here where we're introduced to one of the most engaging and thrilling pieces of gameplay in Fallout 3.
We gotta get out of here.
Another thrilling piece of gameplay is this little girl, who can vent to open doors for you. There sure is a lot of waiting in this DLC. If only you could get the small frame trait from New Vegas, she wouldn't be necessary. Anyways, the DLC abandons the idea of having to scavenge and ration items, as it hands all your stuff back to you right away, which I use to slice an alien into tiny green bits. You may be wondering why I'm having such a relatively easy time, and that's because this DLC scales to your level. Whether you do it at level 1 or level 30, the enemies level with you to provide roughly the same amount of difficulty. This isn't a complete walk in the park, however. My limited armor combined with the high damage of alien weapons means I have to be careful and use healing items effectively. Since the turrets explode when destroyed and can be hard to reach on the ceiling, I use my gun for them, with my knife doing as good a job as ever purging Xeno scum. Eventually, I come across the rest of my crewmates. One can't speak to the others, one's blinded by revenge, one's a nervous wreck, and one's dead, so I'm pretty confident they won't vote me out anytime soon. I take the nervous wreck into the cryo labs, where we release some humans from cryostasis that immediately attack us. Apparently, the cryo process makes them go crazy or something. Why it didn't happen to any of my crewmates is beyond me. Speaking of crazy, since I'm an ADHD-riddled lunatic who has to touch every shiny thing in sight, I accidentally release Elliot's men before I was supposed to, and I'm forced to put them out of their misery. Elliot then proceeds to berate me twice.
What the hell did you do that for? There might have been a chance to save them. What the fuck is wrong with you? I might be able to make some use of it. What the hell did you do that for? There might have been a chance to save them. What the fuck is wrong with you?
And for this, I give him the honor of being my first victim.
Ha! Can't breathe.
The rest of the cryolabs is pretty standard. Kill some aliens, avoid the super mutant master trying to ram his fist up your ass, freeze yourself like a moron, blow up the generator, easy peasy. Next is the robot assembly plant, for which I bring Soma. She's basically the female version of Sharon in that her combat shotgun annihilates everything before you even get a chance to look at it. Not much to say about this place, except that I level up and get luck to 8, blow myself up, and in my explosion-induced haze, mistake Soma for an enemy and kill her. Yeah, that's totally what happened. The robots with energy launchers aren't too bad, as they tend to miss a lot for some reason, and once you get too close, they can't really hit you. That's another generator down for the count. Next we have the hangar, and this place is pretty uneventful as well. Instead of direct combat, you smash buttons to play this tower defense game, and while it is fun to be automatically delivered weapons, it gets old quick. My question is, why do the aliens have death towers near their ship hangar, and why do they walk near them to get to me instead of walking around them? Anyways, enough button matching secures me the win, making that 3 generators blown to hell. Speaking of blown to hell, I give the gunslinger an ironic end in the engineering core. The last thing I need to do is reach the captain's quarters, which involves taking a pleasant stroll through hard vacuum, and while I assume my spacesuit would be enough to protect me, it was not. So I instead put on the much lamer spacesuit, get the bad ending, mindlessly press 3 panels, and get back on the ship to clap some alien cheeks. It's here that we're introduced to the Abominations, which are basically a mixture of the Invasion of the Body Snatchers and Trogs. Just big guys that run at you and slap you, nothing special. I then come across get out of my head, get out of my head, get out of my head! I head into the Death Ray Matrix, where you're supposed to destroy a bunch of generators while being interrupted by a wave of aliens. However, you can just camp the teleporter and make this section a complete joke. Leveling up, I get the Bloody Mess perk. Imposters rip crewmates in half when they kill them, so I think it fits. Anyways, a few more abominations and aliens later, including the captain, who is just as easy to kill as all the others for some reason, we come to the final sequence, a Star Trek-esque shootout with another alien spaceship. Gotta say, Starfield has nothing on this thrilling gameplay. Finally, the alien mothership is destroyed. I stab the samurai in the back. And since you can't kill kids in Bethesda games, I opt for erasing her from the fabric of reality instead. With my mission as the imposter complete and everyone on this ship deader than a doornail listening to disco, I teleport back to Earth, proving that yes, you can beat Mothership Zeta while sus. But we're not done yet. I'm still going to do the main quest, as, let's be real, when am I ever going to get a chance to play as the imposter from Among Us again? After raising the difficulty to very hard and going on a mad trading spree in Megaton, I make tracks to Smith Casey's garage. On the way, I come across a whimsical little Rube Goldberg trap that gives you some goodies. It's great to see the devs putting so much love and time into their game.
Why are we still here?
Once I enter the simulation, I gaze upon the abject abomination my character has become. I was actually going to do the Tranquility Lane quest for real instead of doing the invasion protocol, as it involves murder, knife murder, and becoming an imposter of the pint-sized slasher, so I thought it fit the character. Making Timmy cry and the Rockwells break up is a matter of 2 speech checks, but killing Mabel Henderson is a tad bit complicated. You see, whenever Mabel dies, my game crashes. Every single time. Disabling mods didn't fix it. Killing her in different ways didn't fix it. Restarting my computer didn't fix it. So eventually I just say fuck it and activate the failsafe, wonder why Dad didn't have to wear a Vault 112 jumpsuit to enter his pod, grab a stealth boy from a nearby military tent, and discover Little Lamplight for later. I then head back to Megaton to trade with Walter White.
Ah, welcome, weary traveler. You look like a traveler in need of relaxation and the finest of chemical assistance.
I am the danger.
And to begin my trek to Rivet City. Grandma Sparkle was a tenacious bitch this time around, absorbing all my bullets like a human pincushion until I finally managed to scalp her. I decide to take the mutants sooner than later, and while I still take quite a bit of damage, drugs and knocking the weapons out of their hands still proves an effective strategy. I level up, getting my luck to 9, flay some more Shrek wannabes, and encounter a weird glitch where this Rivet City bridge is already extended, and Harkness stops me but just says his normal dialogue instead of his opening greeting. In the city proper, I buy everyone out of house and home, and start a side quest I think fits the run, helping an android impostor pretend to be a human. I start by asking Dr. Preston about it and finding another holotape in Megaton. I then head to Big Town for another holotape, however the game says I already picked that one up. That's fine though, as going to Big Town lets me get the lucky 8-ball, which is important due to Stab Happy's high crit chance. The mutants at Germantown aren't any harder than the ones in the Memorial, so no point going over them. I rescue both Shorty and Red, teach them how to sneak effectively.
So are you going to ever show us how
So are you going to ever show us how
Kill some more mutants, and get the big black ball in question, maxing out my luck. I was gonna go right back to the main quest, but Victoria Watts, the stalker she is, follows me to the Memorial, so I wrap up the replicated man quest right away. I only get a measly 50 caps, but the real reward was helping a fellow imposter stay hidden. After the whole Enclave song and dance, I get my agility to 10, grab Colonel Autumn's 10mm pistol, which has a unique model, nice touch, and put it to good use on some zombies. Several things went wrong during this quest. For starters, these two Brotherhood of Steel turrets are hostile to me for some odd reason. Second, the Project Purity scientists refused to follow me, as Dr. Lee's dialogue got delayed somehow. Third, Garza walks right into these two Enclave soldiers, and I can even initiate dialogue with them, making me think they're friendly? Until they're not. Out of rage at this clusterfuck of a quest, I fix Garza's heart problem permanently.
You disgust me.
And, oh, hey, the turrets aren't mad at me now. Neat. Remember that stealth boy I picked up earlier? I put it to good use in Murder Pass, sneaking my way through all the mutants there. Stealth and subterfuge play a role in Among Us, so I consider this fitting for the character. Leveling up, I get the Finesse perk, making my already absurd critical multiplier even more absurd. Vault 87 isn't so bad due to the variety of chems on my person, with which I can attack 8 times in VATS. Combine this with Psycho and Buff Out, and that's more than enough to kill or severely wound any mutant in stabbing range. And since the Med-X makes me tough as nails outside VATS, I can finish off the stragglers no problem. I do get Fox to help me with some of them, but that's more out of boredom than necessity. He's not an official companion at this point anyway, so it's fair game. You know how the rest goes. I get the Gek, get knocked out, get the Mr. Sandman perk, scrape a bunch of techno-fascists to death, convince the president to krill himself, escape, and head to Big Town to murder everyone. Hey, I am the imposter after all. Killing people without being noticed is kinda like my whole thing. It's here where I put the Mr. Sandman perk to use, a perk I've literally never taken before. I was kinda excited until this happened. Never change, Bethesda. Never change. Welp, after turning Big Town into Ghost Town, I head to Megaton to do the same to them.
No!
I swear I just killed that guy by snapping his neck between my thighs. Anyways, besides a few cars sending me to the stratosphere, the final battle is mind-numbingly easy, although it is annoying how often my limbs get crippled. Nothing a few hundred stim packs jammed into my body can't fix. I give the Colonel an especially ironic death by killing him with his own pistol, eat his corpse, put the virus into the purifier to kill as many people as possible without consequences, send Sarah into the control chamber since I'm too much of a bitch ass to do it myself, and prove that yes, you can beat Fallout 3 while sus. Ugh, shit. Radiation gives you one hell of a migraine. Where the hell am I?
Ha ha! Who's the sucker now?
Oh, fuck. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed the video, feel free to like, subscribe, or leave a suggestion for a new challenge. I do read them, and your idea may become an official video. If you didn't like the video, feel free to dislike and give constructive criticism so I can improve. If you really liked the video, consider donating to my Ko-Fi page. You can choose between a one-time donation of $5 or $5 a month, which is about 17 cents a day. If you donate, you'll get your name at the end of each video, I'll have to respond to any comments you leave on my Ko-Fi page, and any challenge suggestion you give me is much more likely to become a video. Check out my Discord if you want to hang out and chat, or if you're thirsty for more content, check out my Reddit page, or check out my second channel, The Loophole, where I post clips, experiments, memes, and other random stuff that doesn't fit on my main channel. This is Causal Loop, signing off. Peace.